Okay, I've completed that block and I've pulled up my bobbin thread and cut it, and so I'm going to hit continue. Now I can do a relocate or I can do a stitch again. So it doesn't really matter which one you do first. So I'm just going to say relocate, and on this particular quilt I have another one in the same row, so I didn't even have to roll the quilt. Okay, so I'm going to go down into the corner. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to hit mark needle location. Okay, and I'm going to move my crosshairs. My crosshair is way up here and I want it down there. Now, if you notice, the stitching is still red. Okay, and that just means that when I go back into my program, I am going to have to hit the stitch again. So you can do one of two things. You can either hit the stitch again and then relocate, or do the relocate and then stitch again. So that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go over here and hit the check mark. And my stitching is complete. Let's see, because it was from the last time. So I'm going to have to say stitch again. All right, so technically all of this should be going to black once I hit the start button. But I want to make sure that we're hooked up, that we're hooked up anyway, that everything is going to fall where we want it to fall. And here's my gray, and now I'm going to go up to the top. Same thing that we did the last time, but again on this one, because of where I located it, I'm going to fall into the blue again. Okay, and when I come up here to the top, I'm not quite into the yellow. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to relocate again. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it from the top. Let's see what happens when we do it to the top. All right, so what I did was I went into the corner on the top, and now I'm going to hit relocate. So I don't have to relocate where that design is again, because I kind of did that when I was sighting it. So I'm going to say mark needle location here, and then we're going to move our crosshairs down. And that looks pretty good to me. Hit our check mark. All right, so we're going to check again. So we're up at the top. Let's go down to the bottom. And that looks much better there. So let's go directly across diagonal, or down to the bottom here. That looks like it's in the yellow. And that looks a little better in the corner there. So then we'll go to this side here with the crosshairs on the design, and it's in the yellow. Let's go to the inside. And it's in the yellow. For the other side. To the inside. It's pretty inside, huh? That looks good. And let's go to this outside corner. And that one's in there. So I'm going to say resume. And my light is off again. And it says it's on, or it looks like it's on here. So I turn it off, turn it back on, And now my red light is on again. So it's something that we'll have to work on with Gamble. No biggie. I'm going to say resume. It's going to go over to the start. And we pull up our bobbin thread and we keep going. If you really want to, you could do this whole thing without the needle. But as you just noticed, it's now not red again because we've hit the stitch again button already. And we're ready to go. Hope this helps.